What's up, guys? This is Kyle from Wax Museum Podcast. I had a lot of really good feedback after episode 58 with Steve, where we talked about his Jae Crowder collection. I uploaded a video that he created on my YouTube, and that showed how he tracks his collection. Well, the good thing about that is that there are so many different ways you can create spreadsheets for a player collection. I had another user on the Blowout Forums named Dave that sent me a couple of his spreadsheets, and I just wanted to show you those real quick so you could see what they might look like. This first one here I really like. This is a Jonas Jerebko checklist. For those of you that aren't familiar with him, he was on a number of teams. I think Detroit, Boston, Utah, Golden State. I might be missing one in there, but he's not in the NBA right now, but he has quite a few products out, as you can see. Those products span almost a decade. So this is a very simple screen at the start that he's got. And I figure that he's got it set up to where, if he were to change a value in one of these spreadsheets, it will update this on this front page here. If you look at his different tabs, he's got the one-on-ones, which is incredible looking at the modern players, especially how many one-on-ones they have. So he's got the total quantity needed, and then you go over here. He's got some of the different features of that card or different titles. He's got his total checklist, which this is how, when I did player collecting, granted that was in the mid 2000s, I like something that's very linear from top to bottom like this. And I never put the values on mine, so that's something that's pretty cool to include as well. But it goes in order from top to bottom. That's something that I like. It's very simple. One thing that I used to do on maybe where he's got column E or F here, I might just have a box where I would put an X, or I would put the number 1, and then at the bottom of my page or wherever my stats are, when I would add that number on, it would populate. Everyone does that a little bit differently, but I like how he's got all of these in order here. Notice a guy like Jonas, when towards the end of his career, it looks like he was getting less stuff. And then finally, he's got his need list, which is very short here. There's not a lot of stuff that he's missing. So I guess if you do see rare Jerebko cards out there, shoot me a message and I'll get you in touch with him. He also collects Jerry Stackhouse, so I'm going to pull that up here real quick. All right, so here is the Stackhouse version, and this is if you can't tell by all the tabs on the bottom, this is a monster spreadsheet. A lot of people would really like this. To me, this would be a little overwhelming. But then again, if you're collecting a player for that long, you've got to have something that's that detailed in order to, prevent buying things again or making mistakes when you're collecting, because you got to really be as efficient as possible. So you can see this is his need list here. Stackhouse had a long NBA career, so that's the need list. I want to look at these tops total. Looks like he has the tops total gold, but he still needs the printing plates, and I have tried to unearth as many of those tops total printing plates and golds as I can. So if you got those, definitely look out for those for him. He's got his percentages, he's got totals, he's got odd cards. One thing I really like about the odd cards here is he's got shadow cards. And if you're not aware of shadow cards, basically a shadow card is one where a player is in the background. So these are not actually Jerry Stackhouse cards, but Jerry Stackhouse is, let's say he's guarding Jalen Rose or whoever else is in the card. In this case, like Tyrone Hill, he's in a Tyrone Hill card. So this is what, and this is actually, there are a lot of player collectors that do this, especially if they've gotten to the point where they're looking for some of the really rare ones and they can't come up with anything. They'll start looking for other, cheap chases like shadow cards. And then he goes through by year. I'm not going to go through every year. You can see the new stuff. There's barely anything out for Stackhouse, which was probably a bit of a relief gives them a chance to kind of catch up a little bit. 2018, there was quite a bit more stuff. And then we go through the years. And even, you have to click this button to move the tabs over because he's got so many years, and Stackhouse has been in the league for so long, since 95. So there we have his 95 card. So anyway, I will post this up. I'll try and put these two videos together. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. I'll do my best to address them. If you have any rare Jerebko or Stackhouse cards, go ahead and, even if you just shoot me a message, I'll make sure that Dave knows, and maybe we can hopefully help him out. All right. Thank you.